Right, 24 April 2024, and today I've got an action-packed episode. There is a lot of things to cover that we can cover today, and I would like to start with a very, very concerning revelation that I've received last night, and I want to talk about an inventor from Zimbabwe. He is known all over the world for his bizarre inventions that I don't really believe exist. I don't believe these inventions are true, but he has been going around saying he's invented cars that move with water or that are powered by water, aeroplanes that fly on radio waves and all that, and TVs that are powered without electricity. And you have seen this man, he's called Maxwell Chikumbutso. He's been on the news in various places for a very, very long time. And he has also featured at various conferences all over the world. And yesterday, it was revealed by popular journalist Billet Magara that Chikumbutso is actually under the control of Mnangagwa. And Magara posted this picture of Chikumbutso with Mnangagwa. And I do not know when this picture was taken, but Chikumbutso has not been seen in public for almost 2 years. That is since 2021. If you look online, you will see that Chikumbutso has not been seen in public. And what Magara says is that Chikumbutso is actually in a coma, or he's been paralyzed, or he's had a stroke, and he's under the control of Mnangagwa. And Mnangagwa is saying that he's protecting Chikumbutso. And I do not know where they're keeping him. They're keeping him in a secret location. And I do not know when he came to Zimbabwe, because I understand he's been all over the world doing conferences. So I don't know if he came to Zimbabwe to visit Mnangagwa, or if something happened that ended up with him in Zimbabwe. So I do not know how that ended up. But Billet Magara has said Chikumbutso is currently under the control of Mnangagwa. What Magara says is that Mnangagwa says he's protecting him from assassination. He says that international powerful forces want to assassinate Chikumbutso. But I do not believe any of this. I do not believe any of Chikumbutso's inventions are real. And it's my belief that this guy is running a scam and is running a hoax. And Mnangagwa and his people are trying to extract those inventions and find out how they work. And eventually they'll get rid of Chikumbutso if they find out how these things work. I do not believe they're just holding him for his own good or for his own protection. So this is something to watch. And Mnangagwa must provide proof of life on Chikumbutso to say where is he, why they're keeping him, and what is the game plan. If they're saying that he is escaping an assassination, they must then come out in the open and say what they're saying. They cannot just keep someone and say that that person is being protected. So Roland is saying Chikumbutso is an inventor. He's came out saying he's invented a TV that does not need power. That is powered by radio frequencies. He's came out and said that he's invented a motorbike that runs on water, a car that runs on water and radio frequencies, and he's also created a helicopter and all sorts of inventions that are not powered by solar, fuel, or hydro. So the thing just moves, but you cannot see why it's moving. Or the TV just powers with a little device at the back, but it's not powered. So Mnangagwa, they've got Chikumbutso, according to Billet Magara. And Billet Magara has posted on Facebook, if you go to his Facebook, he has posted that Chikumbutso is under the protection of Mnangagwa. But I believe that Mnangagwa is actually holding him hostage. And I do not know why he's doing it. And there's only one reason. Mnangagwa only does something if it benefits him. So I think that they're trying to extract those inventions from Chikumbutso. And that is why they're claiming that he's in a coma, or that he suffered a stroke, or that he's been poisoned. So this is something to watch. Very, very concerning about Chikumbutso. So let's move to other topics. We've got a very action-packed day today, and I'm going to keep this very, very short. Let's go to the next story. We've got 3 national heroes that are going to be buried on Monday. So ZANU-PF has declared 3 national heroes that are going to be buried on Monday, including the 2 that I let you know yesterday. That is Brigadier General Shadrach Veja, Nash Nyashadzimiri, who is a top CIO in Mnangagwa's office, and a new one, Tsitsi Grace Jadagu. Tsitsi Grace Jadagu, she's a national hero because she is connected to Chief Mangwende. That's all. I don't know what else she did, but that is all I heard from Changwa. You are saying she's connected to Mangwende, Chief Mangwende. So that is it. And then I want to look at Chiwenga. General Chiwenga has called for dialogue with Nelson Chamisa, and I think Chiwenga is doing very, very well. You can go and look at the speech that he did when he was at Mount Pleasant. He says that all of us have to work together. No one person can go in their own direction. Chiwenga is very strong. Akasimba Mdaraye. If you look at what he's doing, very soon you see Chiwenga as your president. He is very, very strong. Chiwenga. I can almost see his game plan coming together. But what he says here is no one can do it together. Let's all come together. Obviously, he has to toe the party line. But you can clearly see that Chiwenga and the Mnangagwa family, they're not going in the same direction. Chiwenga is going to probably bring the dialogue that we're looking for if given a chance. So go and look at that speech. He had a more than 1 hour speech. As I said, Chiwenga is very, very strong. He's doing very, very well. And I probably think it's because of the young wife. Mdara Aru Chenget. Now let's go to the next story here. As I said, I'm going to be very quick today. Our universities are collapsing. So Lupane State University, National University of Science and Technology, Great Zimbabwe University. Those 3 universities have been in the news for the wrong reason. So let me start with Lupane State University. Lupane State University has lost all their data. There was a problem in their server rooms, and they lost the connection to the internet. The chief technician was sick, and the students came in and wiped everything out. So they've lost their servers, they've lost their financial data, they've lost their connections. They are not able to do any schoolwork. That is Lupane State University. So, as you know, I'm an IT specialist. If they call me, I'll help them to recover everything. So Lupane State University, I'll help you. If you call me, I'll help you to recover all your data. Here's my number. I can see that my internet is failing now. So let's hope that I don't lose my internet. So if Lupane State University calls me, I'll help them to recover the data. So that is it for Lupane State University. I now want to go to National University of Science and Technology. The National Science of Technology is failing to connect their students to Wi-Fi, which is very, very sad. I do not know what is causing that situation, but they're failing to connect their students to Wi-Fi at the campus, at the residences, and at the library. So let's also deal with that situation. That is not right for us to have that situation. And then Great Zimbabwe University, they're failing to connect their students to Wi-Fi at their Shavane campus and at their main campuses. This needs to be addressed very, very quickly. And I suggest that we have the Starlink. If the Zimbabwe government can allow Starlink to be used by all the universities. So as I said, the first story was that Chikumbutso here has been put under the control of Mnangagwa. The second story is that Chiwenga is doing very, very well. He's called for dialogue with Nelson Chamisa. He doesn't want anyone to go by himself. And then thirdly, the universities are collapsing. Lupane State University has lost all their data. They've lost all the information through a problem that happened. And currently, they're unable to, for the past 11 days, they cannot do anything on their systems. Now, let's quickly run through to the next story. And I want to look here at, obviously, we looked at the 3 national heroes. Zig is collapsing like nobody's business. Like Zig, Chizig is the worst thing that has ever happened, ever. So what has happened is that the bodies, so the national bodies like Zimbabwe National Chamber of Commerce, Confederation of Zimbabwe Industries, they've asked the government to use the ZIG. If they don't use the ZIG, they also not use it. So the Minister of Finance has been called to Parliament, and they have to address that situation. The police have been arresting people indiscriminately, beating people up in town, and arresting and putting everyone in jail with the suspect of dealing in ZIG. I'm now going to show you a video of what happened yesterday. Right, that's very difficult to watch. This is what is happening. Mtuli Ngube, John Mshayavanu, and the Zimbabwe government, they are taking the wrong approach altogether on this thing. You cannot arrest people, you cannot beat up people to that extent to put in place a currency. They need to do the right thing and stop what they're doing right now. We need a proper introduction of a currency. I've explained what needs to be done. This is not the way to launch a currency. They have to use the currency themselves if they want other people to use it. So it's very sad, but that is what is currently happening at the moment. I now want to go to one of the few last stories that I've got. And I want to look at the Swedish. There's a lady, Swedish lady who came to Zimbabwe, and she's going to be cooperating with the community of Epworth for water, I think. So you can go and have a look at this. This lady is called Annika Johansson. She's going to be cooperating with the guys in Epworth for water. I think this is very interesting. She's using a solar-powered solution to provide water to communities. So solar-powered water. If you're in Harare, try to find her and find out how this is done. I think this is a good thing to do. Let's now go to the last story, the very, very last story, which is Westprop. Westprop is a company in Zimbabwe. They have just declared a profit of $50 million US from their property investments. So this year alone, they've made $50 million profit. So if you want to make money in Zimbabwe, go into property. And also their assets are now valued at $250 million, which means they're slowly moving to $1 billion. They're going to become a $1 billion company, one of the few $1 billion companies in Zimbabwe. And I want us to look at the newspapers. As you can see, my Wi-Fi is kind of weak. So let's look at the newspapers. MK Party has won 2 cases against the ANC. The ANC was claiming that they're using their logo, but the MK Party has won that case. And I want to look if any of the newspapers have published. So Herald has not published, H Metro has not published, and Chronicle has not published. Then the Newsday is leading on the story, no place for Chamisa in our politics. I think that is not correct. Chiwenga is saying everyone must work together. I just saw the video. I'm going to play you the part where he says there must be negotiations with Chamisa. So Chiwenga is saying there must be negotiations with Chamisa. I do not believe what the H Metro is saying. Sorry, the Herald is saying. I think they are lying for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe they want Chiwenga to not look popular because they know that if someone speaks against Chamisa, they'll become unpopular. But Newsday, they've got this one wrong. What Chiwenga is saying is Chiwenga must work with other people. Chamisa should work with other people, and he wants all these people to come together and work together. So we clearly have a situation where the H Metro has misinterpreted the situation. And as I said, there is a lot that has happened today, but I want to recap and then we'll bring this to a close. So let's recap. There is an inventor called Maxwell Chikumbutso. He has been all over the world talking about his inventions, where he invents a TV that does not use power, a motorcycle that uses water, and a car that drives on water. It has driven all the way to Chegutu. That's what he said. 160 kilometers with water and other things. Many, many inventions. You can go and Google Maxwell Chikumbutso, sorry. And Billet Magara, a popular journalist from Zimbabwe, says Maxwell Chikumbutso is being held hostage by Mnangagwa, and Mnangagwa is saying he's keeping him safe from Western countries. Well, in fact, I suspect that they're trying to extract the inventions from Chikumbutso. So Mnangagwa show us proof of life of Maxwell Chikumbutso. We want to see that he's alive, that you've not taken him out with your guys. So the last picture of Chikumbutso was when he was in hospital. You can see that in Nehanda radio here. This was Chikumbutso with Ginimbi here. And this is the picture of Chikumbutso with Mnangagwa here. So Mnangagwa release or show us Maxwell Chikumbutso. Don't do your usual thing, ED. We don't want people who kill others. So this is very important. This must be shown. This must be shown. We want to see proof of life of Chikumbutso. Where is he? And is he alive? So this is not a joke. This is a serious thing. And we want to know what is going on with the inventor. I know for a fact that Western countries cannot kill someone for inventing something like this. If it was so good, it was going to by now be on the market. The fact that it's not on the market means that this product is not real. You cannot just create a TV that powers by itself, standing there with no connection, or a car that drives on water. These things are not viable. And I don't believe that anyone wants to kill Chikumbutso. I believe that Mnangagwa is the one who is keeping Chikumbutso, and they must release him or show us proof of life. If he says he's protecting him, show us proof of life of Chikumbutso that is alive and is well. Then let's go to the comments, and then I'll close. Mnangagwa is so strange. Why would he be involving himself in such a thing? Then Koma Samuel, thank you very much. Koma Shingrai, this is bad. The police have gone rogue. Yes, the police have gone rogue. The Zig is dead in the water. It's dead on arrival. That thing is not going to work because the Zimbabwe government doesn't want to use it. If they don't use it, who do they want to use it? If you guys see the Zig, swipe it as soon as you get it, like the civil servants are doing. What they've done is every civil servant who got paid, they went to the shop and they bought something. So it's crashing drastically. The prices are rising in Zimbabwe like crazy. Right now it's just peak and it's terrible. And then Tafaza saying rogue footage does not recent footage. Don't try to discredit the governor. I'm sorry about the footage if it's not recent. I've got no incentive to discredit anyone. Let me tell you what's going to happen. What's going to happen is going to happen in public. So it's not like it's going to be a secret little thing that happens in the corner. The Zig is going to crash parabolically. When I say parabolically, it's going to crash to a number worse than the Zimbabwe dollar, which just got replaced. So within a few months' time, the Zig will be worse than what they just took out without the zeros. This thing is like you're going down a slope. You can't slow down. These guys don't have brakes. Anamshaban, Mnangagwa, they're in the wrong direction. And worse, they are conmen and tricksters. How do you put a currency and then you don't want to use it? Who do you think is going to use that thing? That is the problem with Mshaban and Mnangagwa. These guys are playing, taking us for fools. Who do you think is going to take your Zig if they cannot take it for their passports? That means why can't they take it for the passports or for tax? So do you think any adult who has been in Zimbabwe since 2008 is going to be stupid enough to use the Zig? So it's obvious. Even a grandmother in the village knows that no one is going to use the Zig. As soon as that Zig comes out, people are going to trade it on the black market, and it's going to collapse drastically and dramatically. So we're going to watch it here, and it's not going to be good. So Mkoma Brighton say, why Bachirowan? Obviously, the police are trying to enforce. And then Mkoma Odin says, Chiwenga anoenda kuna chamisa kudi, ye chamisa arimfudzi wembudzi. Yes, those are the things I'm talking about. Chiwenga is saying chamisa is necessary in the politics of Zimbabwe, but he needs to work with other people. My belief is that Chiwenga is a different person to Mnangagwa. If you're talking of dialogue, Chiwenga can actually bring dialogue. Whereas Mnangagwa is very stubborn. He's not going to bring dialogue. Mnangagwa thinks that what he's thinking is the thing. There's nothing else that is new. So that is the problem with Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa is the one that is delaying the dialogue. Chamisa has been calling for dialogue for months. Mnangagwa has received over 3 letters from Chamisa asking for dialogue. And he's ignored all of them, which is crazy. So I want to end here. But before I go, guys, I did something. I made a big mistake yesterday. Right. So I need to apologize to this lady here. So this thing that I said about this lady, I sort of like brushed over it, but I actually, when I was rewatching this tape, I realized that I said a statement about her, which is not like as good as I should have said. I must be very careful with my words. So this lady is the daughter of Guti. That's my understanding, and she was attending the Nanga Gota event with the Auxilium Mnangagwa, and she's amazing. So whatever I say yesterday, I withdraw. I withdraw, and when I go over to Zimbabwe, I'm gonna give you flowers. So I'm sorry about that. And overseer Rejoice Samdombe, I apologize for putting that statement before your name. You're amazing too. So I think that is it for today. I'm live here, so I make mistakes, and I apologize for those mistakes. But we are waiting Mnangagwa to release proof of life for Chikumbutso, Maxwell Chikumbutso. This guy is an inventor, and apparently is being held by Mnangagwa. And Mnangagwa is holding him in a secret place, claiming that Western governments want to take him out. So Mnangagwa release us footage of Maxwell Chikumbutso, or tell us that you don't have him. Tell Billet Magara, the journalist in Zimbabwe, that you don't have him. If you have him, show us where he is, and show us that he's doing well, and explain the rationale of keeping him in a secret location. If there's a big thing happening, tell us, because you claim to be this big freedom fighter. Tell us what is going on. Do not just keep this guy in a secret location. So I want to end it here today. 22 minutes. I'm doing much better. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. And please support our guys who come live during the day. They'll give you updates on what is happening. And if there's anything big that happens today, I'm going to come back and talk to you. I'm specifically waiting for information about the soldiers that survived the accident in battlefields. I want to see what they're going to say. They've not spoken. So we're waiting to see those soldiers and see what are they going to say about the circumstances surrounding the accident, if they're still alive. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and a good day